Hey, it's Gardening Preacher here, and I'm wanted to give you a quick video of where I am. I've got my hoods, I stripped it down to bare metal, and I primed it. It's got several coats of primer actually. There's quite a bit of surface rust underneath, and I put some rust converter and then some regular primer and then painted it. And I'm waiting for it to cure before I put my decals back on. But I wanted to show you how I fluid fill my tires. I got one of them off here. This is the second one, and this is a 8.5 by 12, 23 by 8.5 by 12, and the valve stem's on the inside. I've got tubes in them. If you don't have tubes, a lot of guys will crack the bead on one side and just pour the fluid in, reseat the bead, and air it up, and that's quick and easy. If you're going to run a tube, then you can't do that. And so what I've done, as you can see here, I've got two different size hoses. This one is a fuel line or vacuum line or something that fits on my valve stem. And then it goes inside this hose, which fits real nicely on the nozzle of my garden sprayer. And of course, I can lock in the button there and let it work on its own while I go do something else. But I use a gallon garden sprayer. It looks like we're about halfway through that. It takes a little while to do it, but it's effective. What I fluid fill mine with, since I'm in the mountains and the winters can get cold, I use Blue Coral wintertime windshield washer fluid. It's good to 20 below, which very rarely do we ever see that kind, and with it in my building, I don't know that that would be a factor. But that's what I use. I got 4.5 gallons in the other tire. With the wheel weight, I'm sitting right at 100 pounds on the rear tire. I've got it already back on the tractor. I got the other fender sanded and painted. I repainted the inside of the wheel. That wheel was, I used Krylon on it and I wasn't real happy with it, so I put some tractor and implement paint on it. I got the wheel weight ready to go on. Let that paint cure real good before I put it on. You remember this wheel weight was red and the inside of the wheels were red. And I got those stripped down and painted. I got that wheel weight sanded, primed, got one side painted, waiting it to dry, and I'll flip it over and paint the other side. Moving on my engine, I had a little mishap the other day. Took it out for a ride and thing started gushing gas. So I brought it back in. I had gas in the oil, and I'm guessing that I had a needle valve stick or the float or picked up a piece of trash. I added a inline fuel filter to it, and if it's picking up trash out of the gas tank, hopefully that'll take care of that problem. But I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild the carburetor. That's a new Honda carburetor on that engine, and I'm going to put a new needle valve and seat in it and a new float bowl. Got those coming on their way. And we got 2 weeks to our local tractor show here. I'm hoping to have this thing up and running and ready to go. As soon as the paint cures on the hood, I'll get that put on. Get all my decals on. I've got to do my ignition switch. I'm going to wire my ignition switch into the Honda engine. And I got a prong broke off there, so I'm going to solder in a new wire for that. All the controls will hook up. I'm still working on the choke. Got to figure out how to get the choke. I can hook it straight in, but then you'd have to pull it out for the choke to be off, and I'm not crazy about that. I'll figure something out on it though. I got to pull the exhaust off and finish on it. I'm going to weld an extension on top here, probably come up and facing toward the front, just a bend in it. I got to finish welding that and get it painted. I got some high temp black paint I'm going to paint it. Got my bracket painted. I don't know if I've posted a video since I've finished the grill. I stripped it all the way down, painted the wire inserts back black the way they're supposed to be. Got my decal on my front insert. I think it turned out pretty nicely. Moving on, like I said, just slow, trying to get this thing finished up. If I can get the fluid filled, get the wheel weights on it, I may try to sand down and paint the 3-point hitch that's on my other tractor that's going on this thing, and it'll be ready to go to work. I got a little small job out there I need to plow a little spot up. But anyway, just want to give a quick update on my progress and show you how I fluid fill my tires. When I do that, by the way, you want to pump that up pretty good, and usually about halfway I'll stop. I'll turn this off. I'll pull it off and let that air pressure, where the fluid goes in, it'll build up a little bit of air pressure. You want to pump your sprayer up pretty good, but you don't want to go crazy on it. You'll get leaks around these seams. I'm gonna have to set my camera down to hook that back up here. I'm gonna go. If you want to use this method, if you got questions, you can send me a link, but it's pretty simple. If you get you a sprayer and a couple of hoses that match up, just put you a gallon in at a time, pump it up, and I stop it halfway and let the air pressure off of it. And with this, when I get that last half gallon in there, I put a little extra. I let that air pump into it. And then I real quickly pull that hose off and shoot that Schrader valve back in it. And I do not add any more air to it. I let that be sufficient. I've never had any problems at this point with the tires, pressure or anything. So anyway, I'll probably shoot another video in a week or two when we get ready to go to the tractor show. May take some video from down there. Hope y'all are enjoying my little project here. Bye-bye.